With measles in the news and people trying to scare us about a new outbreak, let's take a look at the data and see if we really should be panicking. This graph shows us measles deaths over time in the US since the early 1900s. The green line shows the introduction of the vaccine in 1963. We can see that vaccine deaths were dramatically coming down prior to the introduction of the vaccine. We were at about 10,000 in the early 1900s, and we made it all the way down to about 400 before the vaccine was introduced. Now let's see what the result of the vaccine was. You can see our 400 number in the early 60s going down very quickly to essentially zero. So the vaccine was very effective at essentially eradicating measles in the population. No doubt about that. Now the question I think we should be asking ourselves is it worth it to vaccinate an entire population to save 400 people? Well, is 400 the real answer? Let's take a look at a few scenarios. I did a bit of an analysis here on a best case scenario, the yellow line, and a worst case scenario, this dark green line. The yellow line extrapolates the death rates past into the future and gets us to a present day death number of about 60 people. If we stayed at 1962 levels, didn't improve our per capita death rate, and just had deaths increase as population increased, we'd be at about 750 deaths a year. So basically, we're vaccinating an entire population to save anywhere between 60 and 750 people a year. I think a debate should be had about whether that's worth it, given potential side effects of the vaccine. I also think that having a few deaths from measles is not something to totally panic about, given that still most of the population is vaccinated. I would say the current situation is being overblown, potentially for political reasons.